The announcement of Pakistan's federal budget for the 2026-27 fiscal year is facing fresh uncertainty as federal government, coalition partners, and provincial administrations remain divided over Islamabad's request for more than 1 trillion rupees in additional funding for what officials describe as strategic national needs. The National Economic Council meeting, originally scheduled for Monday, was postponed for a third time at the last minute as negotiations continued over provincial financial shares under the National Finance Commission award. Because the NEC meeting has not taken place, the federal budget may no longer be present on June 10th as previously planned. Officials have not yet confirmed a revised timetable for either the economic survey or budget announcement. According to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa officials, the federal government has proposed keeping provincial transfers at this year's level and requiring provinces to return any additional revenue generated beyond that amount. Provincial representatives argue that such a move would severely strain their finances, potentially forcing cuts to development spending and limiting their ability to manage day-to-day government operations. The dispute comes on top of an existing commitment by provinces to maintaining a cash surplus of nearly 2 trillion rupees under fiscal agreements linked to the IMF program. Finance advisor Muzammil Aslam described the situation as one of the most difficult budget negotiations he had witnessed in more than 2 decades of following Pakistan's public finances. He warned that even the rescheduled NEC meetings remains uncertain because the disagreements are too significant to resolve quickly. Provincial officials also argue that freezing or reclaiming provincial funds could create technical and constitutional complications, particularly regarding IMF targets and constitutional protections surrounding provincial shares under the NFC framework. By the tensions, Aslam acknowledged that the federal government request is tied to strategic national priorities. He argued that the need itself is understandable but suggested that the larger provinces, particularly Punjab and Sindh, would need to play a greater role in any compromise. The financial impact varies by province. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa estimated its potential loss at around 170 to 180 billion rupees, while the figure being discussed for Punjab and Sindh are significantly larger. KP leaders have indicated that major decisions on the issue require consultations with imprisoned PTI founder Imran Khan. Provincial officials are seeking permission to meet him in Adiala jail before agreeing to any final arrangement. At the same time, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has raised a number of long-standing grievances with the federal government. These include reduced development funding for merged districts, delayed NFC allocations, persistent gas shortages despite the province being a major gas producer, and delays affecting infrastructure projects such as a dam in Swat and Peshawar bus terminal. Federal Planning Minister Islamabad met KP officials and assured them that some administrative issues, including approval needed for the Peshawar bus terminal, would be addressed quickly. He also promised to present the province's concerns to the Prime Minister and relevant federal authorities. The broader challenge now is reaching a political and financial compromise that satisfies both federal government's fiscal requirements and the province's constitutional and budgetary concerns. Until that happens, both the NEC meeting and the federal budget timetable remains uncertain. For more, read the full Dawn story linked below.